Yeah, guys, man, it's here for the hangout. I know it's been a long time since we've done one of these Sunday hangouts, but I felt tonight was apt to roll in for this app. So obviously the main thing that we're going to talk about obviously looking at the Premiership, Premier League, looking at how we think things are going to be going there, maybe touch a bit on La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga. But I think the main topic I want to talk about is some of the heat I was taking about my view on Neymar and what he's been doing on pitch. So we're going to be revisiting the transfer, and we're going to be looking at what he's been doing at PSG and trying to answer people's beef with what he's been doing. So without further ado, let's just take stock of the Premier League so far. I want to just get everyone's view as to who you feel is going to win. How you think that the Premier League has gone so far, and who do you think is the strongest team, or who do you think are going to be the top four teams in contention? So, Juju, man, who do you think is going to take the Premier League? Who do you think is going to be top it?
It's between, I'd say, Man United, Chelsea, and United. City, United, and Chelsea, the three, and then Liverpool.
Why not Arsenal?
No, they're a joke. They need to once they get rid of Wenger, we can talk about winning the title. But without Wenger, they're not winning it. This is guaranteed.
I don't think it's quite rational to actually say who are going to be the favorites yet, because no team has shown.
Mohammed, newsflash, Arsenal. I told you.
Last week Burnley lost. Chelsea lost to Burnley. So
exactly. You can't.
Okay, yeah. But it's excusable.
No. Juju, man, Chelsea are not in the conversation. Sorry.
Okay, that's also not. I don't think that's quite rational.
No, that's not correct.
That's not correct. The one thing that favors Chelsea and United is because their playing style is defensive. They don't have. It's like they pace themselves. They don't have to. That's an edge they have against everyone, is because they pace themselves.
I can see why Half is saying Chelsea are not in the conversation, because most teams that win the league the next season, they end up being quite.
But Conte disciplines his players.
Yeah.
No. But my thing about Chelsea is, like, first of all, they had a very bad transfer window. Most of the targets that Conte wanted, he didn't get. Costa, I think, is a loss for them, because I thought that with Morata coming in, they'll play a different system. But if you're saying it's between Morata and Batshuayi as a lone striker, for me, that's not going to work for Chelsea, because Morata and Batshuayi, and their strongest points are not being the lone striker. So once you have that aspect, and all the aspects of, like, I'm looking at Chelsea, and I just don't see them being as strong as they were last. Because even if they beat Tottenham, it wasn't like a match where they completely dominated and they deserved to win. Yeah, they deserved to win maybe because they took their chances, but Tottenham really, put the pressure on those boys, So
I just want to bring up something quickly that we haven't brought up. It's actually it's more psychological than it is purely football. In terms, Chelsea lost a lot of their senior players last season. Yeah. And they even lost Matic, a guy who's been there for quite a while now. So who's really leading this team in the dressing room? Is it Gary Cahill? Is he going to rely on him?
Maybe because it's between Gary Cahill, Sideshow Bob, and that small Spanish dude called as Philly.
I've never seen him talk, man. That's I
have no idea why Chelsea
disputes. So
they haven't improved their team either. They just replaced players.
Look, I'm liking the look of Bakayoko. Let me be real. I like the look of Bakayoko, and I think that for me, I'm a huge fan of Morata. But Morata as a striker with a strike pack. Remember when Morata was at Juventus, he played with Tevez. And at Real Madrid, because you've got the kind of service and the kind of team like Real Madrid, even if you're a lone striker, you're getting so much support by so much quality. It's different. Whereas at a lone striker for Chelsea, you're just not surrounded by the same quality. And remember, but let's just be fair here. There's no Hazard. So maybe Hazard being the team can possibly make Morata look better as a lone striker, but I just think that his play style is better if you're playing like
I see Morata being a flop, man. I don't
rate Morata. You're not going to be
no. Morata's a great player. I think HH made a really good point. 4-4-2 is the way to go for sure.
Now, but 4-4-2 won't be Chelsea's defense. Their defense poor when they play 4 at the back.
Yeah, but they don't really have a second striker. But Batshuayi isn't really that great.
Yeah, he's also number 9.
Well, yeah. No, because wait. The issue with Chelsea is that if you're gonna, because I think the pattern I'm seeing here is they'll start with Morata as a lone striker. If he's not playing well or he's tired or is ineffective, they then bring him off and bring Batshuayi in his place. That's not going to work because Batshuayi just is not a lone striker, and you're not going to get the best out of him.
He doesn't have the physical presence.
Well, my thing here, sorry, quickly, just very quickly. My thing here is this: is that I mean, you probably see me. I mean, when I put out the vid for the Football Banter show, you'll see me give my points. But my thing is that I'm looking at City and United. You know, I'm not looking at Chelsea. I'm not looking at Arsenal. I'm not looking at Tottenham. I'm not looking at Liverpool. I'm looking at City and United. City are probably my pick because I'm looking at the players they've brought in. I'm looking at the fact that Gabriel Jesus could possibly give you a season, and I really believe in that dude. That guy is money. And I'm looking at that. But also, guys, don't sleep on United. Forget the fact that they've won their first 2 games. And that's irrelevant to me. It's them getting Matic and Lukaku. I would say Ibrahimovic, he held those boys back. So United and City, I think it's going to be between those 2 guys to fight for the title.
I have a quick question.
Wait. One at a time. Okay, I'm going to go to Mohamed, then King, then Osman, then Rahimski. So Mohamed.
I think Ibrahimovic did a job. I don't think he let them down in any way. He scored like 30 goals, so I'm not sure why it was a letdown.
It's his play style. No, it's weird because I understand what you're saying. Is like on face value, look, he's scored the goal, so what the hell? But I'm thinking that it's not just about scoring those goals; it's about winning enough games and actually putting your team in a position to actually win a league. And I think that the team they have now without Ibrahimovic, but with Lukaku there, are in a better place to actually win a league title. Because I'd rather win a title where my striker scores maybe 15 goals rather than come 6th and my striker scores 30 goals. All right, let me go to King.
Fair enough.
King.
I agree with you with United. United look like a very strong team, and Lukaku probably may win the Golden Boot at the end of the league. However, with Man City, I don't see Man City. They've spent big every transfer window. I don't see any difference. Even though they've brought in good players, I don't see them as like a massive threat. I see United as a much bigger threat than Man City. And Man City consistently, even when they've won their league, they've won it by other teams messing up. They've never outright won the league, and I don't think they'll outright win it this season.
Before I go to Osman, my argument to that is that when they just won the league and with other guys messing up, that was under Pellegrini. That's one. Exactly. 2, remember, Gabriel Jesus was injured in February. If he had been there from January to thingy, I think Chelsea would have still have won. I think that have gave them a real good.
And Gundogan and company were both out as well.
Wait, just wait real quickly. But the key thing is that it's the Gabriel Jesus, Bernardo Silva, Benjamin Mendy. Like the only thing that's holding mark is the defense. But my thing is, remember, the defense has had a season. He now understands what the Premier League is about. And remember, City started very, very well, and they ended very, very well. So I think he's possibly learned from his mistakes from his first season in the Premier League. And I think because of that, and because of what the attacking talent they have, and the key thing is, you know what Aguero can give you. Jesus is another different dynamic. We only know what De Bruyne gives you. I think with all of those guys and with the addition of Bernardo Silva to sort of deputize for David Silva, they are really well placed to just rip the league apart and go on a huge run.
And as King was saying, Gundogan is really just a new signing pretty much because he hasn't played much at all. Yeah. So with him in midfield as well, they'll go a long way, you know.
And we should. I think
all right, let me roll with Osman. Osman, go.
I think we should win this league comfortably by like 10, 15 points, but I'm not confident it's gonna happen, and that's because Pep takes too many risks and he rotates too much. And,
I thought you were an Arsenal fan. Where?
What?
Oh my! This is probably Avatar, man. On the comment, when last did the Arsenal wear blue and then have like a?
No, he was an Arsenal fan before.
Who, me?
No, that was Mohamed.
No, he's been a City fan for as long as I've known him.
Oh, okay. So Rahimski, let me switch to
You're not King.
Are you looking at United and City? Are you looking at those two teams being the the better place to win the Premier League, or no?
Yeah, I think with regards to City especially, I think there's no more excuses for Pep, man. You guys have mentioned the squad, but none of you have mentioned Pep. And this guy just doesn't have any more excuses. He's got the best squad in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's got depth. He's had the best transfer window, but he doesn't have an identity of play style. They don't have a consistent identity. Last season was just all over the place, especially the ending part of the last season. They played exceptionally against Chelsea, and then they just threw that out the window. They rolled with like different strikers, different positions, people all over the place. It was a catastrophe. I think Pep has to get it right this season. He has the squad. There's no more excuses. He has to find an identity and stick to it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
With regard to United, I think United have hit their stride. They've actually formulated an identity involving the Pogba-Lukaku link-up and using Mkhitaryan to hold the ball and get it across. So I think United... I personally would say that they have a greater chance of winning because they've already found their identity and they're already rolling with it.
But they have Champions League football as well, so their squad's going to be tested.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so let me roll this in right now, and I think maybe this is something that I don't want to get your guys' views on. So we're rolling in a new La Liga season now, and basically I have a fear here. This is my biggest fear. If the other, 20-something other football teams allow Real Madrid to win the Champions League 3 times in a row, I think teams should be sanctioned. Because I just think that'll be pretty stupid and pretty offensive if Real Madrid actually go on and win the Champions League 3 seasons in a row. So how likely do you think, because look, that first 11 is dynamite.
Do you guys mind if I... Do you guys mind if I go first on this one? Because I'm.
Okay. Wait, let me just land and then I'll give you the floor.
Sure,
my thing is that, I look at that team from back to front. I'm looking at Marco Asensio. I'm looking at Isco, and I refuse to believe that by, I don't know whether you call it the law of averages or teams. I just don't think that it would make sense for them to win it three times in a row just because of how tough the Champions League is. The fact that they actually defended it is huge, but the fact for them to now go 3-3, I just don't see that happening. So how likely do you think that will happen? So Rahamsky, hit it.
With all due respect to everyone else in the Champions League, I think there's no one even close to our level at the moment. We have the depth. Just hear me out on this. We were playing, I would say, at about 60% against Barcelona, both legs in our recent games against them. There were problems. I noticed them immediately. The fullbacks were not playing well at all. The midfield was a bit iffy without Modric the first game, and we still managed to dominate them. It's ridiculous. I think the squad depth alone and the caliber of players that we have, also Zidane's confidence in his players and the way he uses the fullbacks to attack at all angles, it's just too much at the moment. And I really do think we have a good chance of winning the Champions League again.
All right, so Jujuman, why do you think that Real Madrid are not the...
I think everyone's... You know what? People are saying everyone's getting carried away with the Madrid because it's... I know they have good... They're the best team in the world. There's no discussion about that. And they have two best... They have 2 squads in that team. It's like 2...
Okay, so how do you beat them?
Because it's like... I'm saying past on history. Like, we've seen this team that started. You can't... like. They'll be beaten because I think there's still loopholes in that team. An injury.
Can you explain the loopholes?
Yeah, what are the loopholes?
They loopholes, the things, and then you don't explain what they are. Look,
these guys are not going to. They can't just walk and win 3 Champions League.
History is meant to be broken.
Okay. One loophole could be Ramos getting a red card, and then
it's
which isn't really a loophole. That's like
it's
okay,
not really,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really.
That's not really.
I mean, Ronaldo's been getting more red cards.
Yeah, the Champions League is won on moments basically.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it can go either way. It's not guaranteed that Real Madrid are gonna have all the luck.
Wait, guys, put it this way. Let me be real with you because I'm looking at all the teams in the Champions League, and if Real Madrid have their best 11 throughout, I'm not sure how they lose.
How did Bayern manage to?
And my thing is that, okay, we'll obviously get to the, because obviously our main point of discussion is the Neymar thing. So, but I'll just tease it in there, but I don't want to go into the Neymar thing right now. But my thing is that I look at PSG with Neymar and with that squad and who they can bring in. Real Madrid are the better team, but for me, that's an interesting match. Put it that way, that would be an interesting match. But my thing is that I look at how Real Madrid play home and away. We're like, at home, you know what they can do. For me, they're the best away team in the Champions League. Literally, they sometimes actually play better away than they do play at home. And so, first of all, you already know that these guys are very good in both legs. And we already know that this core have already won 3 finals. Like, this core, save for maybe a few 3 or 4 players, but this actual core have only won 3 finals. So the fact that if you make the mistake of getting this same core, this same team, this same first into a final, they have that experience and know how to win a final. And I cannot stress to you how important it is. It doesn't matter how good you are. How important it is to know how to, because a final is unlike any other game you play.
All of the major clubs right now. Sorry, Juju. All of the major clubs that are in competition with us currently are a work in project. Well, our project is already finished.
But that's the problem.
So it's like PSG are a work in project. Bayern are still a work in project.
Let's just bring it back to Jujuman. So Jujuman, hit it.
Do you know what? The one thing is the problem that Madrid might face is the injury, of course, and like I think they might. Complacency and what is it? And like they'll get to, because they have lots of games, So that and Barcelona are horrible. So they don't have the test. There's no test. There's no test because it's like Barcelona used to keep them in shape because it's like.
I think you're kind of blabbing on. I'm not sure if you're making any points.
We didn't have we had barely.
No, I'm not blabbing on. What?
Injuries are not a problem. Like we have squad depth.
Alright, okay then. How about complacency? You cannot win forever.
I mean, they won 3 finals. I mean, I'm back to back.
No. Basically, man, like your points. I admire your points, but they really do not refute what we've said. What I just said was that if they have their first 11, that's a problem. So. Of course, if they have injuries, then that changes the whole game. But I said that if all teams have their very best teams, their very best 11, Real Madrid have the best 11 in Europe. That's just a fact. They have the best team, first 11. And for complacency,
only Napoli
you can't put that into account.
Only Napoli gave us problems. You have to play like Napoli to beat us. You have to run at us constantly.
I mean, Bayern also gave problems.
Yeah,
I mean,
not as much. No, only in one half they gave us a problem.
I mean, the ref, was trying to decide.
Let's be honest. That's not how it works. You just don't say we have the best squad. That means we're gonna win. Not necessarily.
No, that's true.
Well, they have won 2 Champions Leagues, so
it's the same as Barcelona. Do you remember Barcelona 2012? These guys had the best squad, but somehow Chelsea.
But that was 20.
That was the luckiest game I've ever seen in my life.
That can happen again because I don't think these guys are not just going to
No, but man, like that's the whole point. Even in 22, like for me, in my view, this Real Madrid team was better than that 2012 team. True. Because I'm talking about from the very back to the very front. Obviously, Barcelona was tops. The attack was tops.
I would agree.
Defense.
And is Benzema that great though? I mean,
I think only Bayern.
Benzema is from the road. Benzema is from the road.
No, he's good. I think he's good.
That Barcelona team is every team in history other than Brazil 1970. That's a fact.
That's a national team.
That's actually not true. AC Milan won more during their spell.
AC Milan 2005 was mad.
It's not about.
AC Milan actually had a better spell than Barca, but yeah, go on.
It's more about the style, how they play possession football, the way it's supposed to be played. That's
God! It's not all about possession, mate.
No,
look what happened at Tiki Taka. It died when Xavi retired.
No. Real Madrid play just about right defensively.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's the problem I'm saying with the Madrid is they don't have Barcelona to taste them because once Madrid played against Barcelona and they lost, they picked up, but like right now they can just beat Barcelona with a B team.
They played Barcelona like twice in the
but they beat them with a B team.
Let's just quickly divert this conversation very briefly because we're now here for the last half hour of the show. Now, let's go to our main topic. So, I've been taking a bit of heat on the social media platform that we know and love called Twitter. So Neymar just sacrificed Toulouse. In
Toulouse. Wait, can I ask a question before we start?
Hey guy, let me land. I beg. Let me land. And he did some lubrication against Gigi come the week before. Now I think this is like, guys. First of all, I thought that we all came to an agreement.
Yeah, we're all on the Neymar train. That's a fact.
No. Basically, I thought we all came to an agreement that from when that he needed to leave Barcelona because at Barcelona we're not seeing the best of Neymar, and people are now saying that by him going to the French league it shows that he's uncompetitive, he's taking a step down, that people don't respect him as a professional. And for my thing is that
it's guys, why are you kicking me up, man? Cathedral.
Fuck's sake.
Look. I can't do that guy right now. So Kadim, I want you to explain to me because again we had a back and forth on Twitter. Explain to me, Kadim, why you have such a big problem with enjoying the beauty of the truth for PSG.
I mean, if he would do the same thing at Barcelona, no issues. If he does the same thing in Bundesliga or Premier League, no problem.
What is Bundesliga?
But
you're just making.
I mean, I saw 10 minutes into the match, and I was thinking like, well, is it like a friendly against like second league team from I don't know.
Don't you dare laugh. I didn't know.
They can't hold the straight four line. I mean, we were playing really shitty,
Western Farmers?
like really absolute horrific football. No, it's not a professional team on a professional level.
Oh my god!
I mean,
you're the same
kind of guy who wants to see like those circus tricks and YouTube videos like on the street. I want to see proper football, quick passing, like proper football, and I don't want to see that kind of shit. And I want to see Neymar challenged against like proper defenders, And for me, this is like bullshit,
Are they worse
Can I please respond quickly, and then I'll give guys the platform now. I agree initially to what you said, but now there's my response to it. What if the fact that Neymar is so talented, he is so good that he can go into a team, be given a role that he's not been given at Barcelona, and by the virtue of him being there, raising everybody to a high level, he's making Toulouse look like guys from the gutter.
That's true.
You don't need Neymar to see that those guys can't play football.
Why did this last season against Toulouse? I wish I could take out the PSG Toulouse game from last season or from 2 seasons ago. Or from
I can check that for you. Let me check.
Okay, and why didn't they? And why wasn't they have the same kind of performance against Toulouse last season?
Yeah, and it's Kadim, I think you're hating. This guy's a professional. Remember, they did not pick up part-time
man. It was man versus babies.
Because of Neymar's talent.
Babies,
because of Neymar's talent.
No, he's talented, but let's be honest. The French league is a mediocre league.
No, it's not.
No, the French league is underrated.
The French league is the span of mediocre.
Look at all the players that have come from
guys.
Yes, defenders.
Wait, guys, chill. One at a time. Okay, I'm gonna go to Jujuman, King Mohammed, then Osman. Jujuman.
Yeah, but I agree with your point. Neymar is so talented. I was shocked. Like I almost tears in my eyes because it's so good. Did you guys see? No. Did you see? Because that was half bicycle. Like Neymar, like he just slashed the ball from a corner. Like
incredible, beautiful.
That was crazy. Like this guy is like, Barcelona were robbed with that 222 million. They should have charged $1 billion for this guy.
Honestly,
people are saying
no, you can't tell the truth, man. I mean, you don't pay. I mean, it's a corner. It's a freaking corner. You know what I mean?
Did you see
the technique? Corner for Barcelona? You can do it everywhere. You know what? It's bullshit.
No. Kadim, did you see the technique? You cannot teach that. You cannot teach that. You cannot teach that.
Man. You're such a hater, man.
No, Kadim.
Just about pipe down before you make me choke, man. Look, let's King roll, King.
I agree. Neymar is probably the second best player in the world.
He's extremely
best. Let's just, we don't want to be talking about each other. King, go.
But let's not pretend like La Liga defensive. I mean, not La Liga. The French league defensively is trash.
It's not.
The French league.
Let me ask you.
Hafel, didn't you want to know the results last year?
Yeah.
So on the 23rd of September, Toulouse won 2-0 against PSG last year.
Yeah.
So you can't really call
Kadim, Mr. Yanker. Kadim.
So Toulouse being trash.
Yeah, they're supposed to be trash, right? I mean,
they are trash, man.
And let's look. How many goals was Neymar involved in?
So, I mean, no. Sorry, though. I'm sorry, but like, if Toulouse were able to win 2-0, and I'm sorry, I don't think a team changes that much drastically over a season. Remember, this is not Toulouse who are owned by a country called Qatar, so they wouldn't have changed that much over a season. Surely, I mean, because it goes to my argument that by Neymar going in, by him being so good, he's amazing. And one last point,
wait.
I want to go to Mohammed and Osman. One quick point. The role that Neymar is playing for PSG and the freedom was not the same freedom he was given at Barcelona.
100%.
And remember, because Barcelona is a very specific system that is built around Lionel Messi. This is not me hating on Messi. Please, guys, haters and Messi lovers, I am not hating on your idol. All I'm saying is that the system in Barcelona is built primarily for Lionel Messi. And at PSG, it's like, look, man, we'll give you the keys to Lamborghini, drive the damn vehicle. You can do whatever the hell you want. So it's PSG it's a whole different ball game there where Neymar is having a damn party. And all I ask of you is enjoy the flipping party. Because let me say, his YouTube showreel of the 2017-2018 season might be one of the best YouTube showreels ever. It won't beat Ronaldo's impossible. And Mohammed, yes, I will release the damn videos. I will release the flipping video. Chill. I will release the video. It's his YouTube compilation from this season may hit like 1 billion views. Okay, let's roll with Osman. Osman, hit it. Give us your thoughts.
I think the idea that the French league is trash is a myth. Is a massive myth, because when you look at all the players that have come from there, they're all top class players. Kante, Mahrez, Payet, all good players.
What I don't understand is,
hey man, look, man, let's get the guy talk, man. Bloody hell, you just come in and just talk over a guy, man. What the hell, Osman?
And I think that just because Neymar's gone to league, everyone's saying, oh, he's went there because he was too scared to prove himself further at Barcelona. He's proven everything at Barcelona. He's won Champions League. And now everyone's saying that what's it called? He's gone to a fraud league where you can just show off for the rest of the
No, man, that's bullshit, man.
No, he strictly went there for the Champions League.
Guys,
only about football.
He went there to give PSG a Champions League.
Don't give a fuck about such
Damn, he's reaching new levels, man.
Chill. I want to get everyone's views. So Rahimski, give us your thoughts on this. I want to get everyone's views. Rahimski.
To be fair, I think Neymar was presented a project where he would be the final diamond in a really good team. He would complete the team. And we actually saw that PSG versus Barcelona last year. They just didn't have that oomph away from home. And Neymar, he is one of the best players away from home. This guy is an exceptional player. And he really corners out the team. Like, I think Neymar going to PSG made the most sense because the only other team that he could have went to and dominated was with Real Madrid, but that doesn't make any sense to go from Barcelona to Real Madrid. So in order to go to PSG, be the main man, compete for all titles, how can you blame the guy? They're playing exceptional.
He's the best.
Chill. Let me go to okay. So Mane, you can now speak. Give us your thoughts on this now.
All right. Yeah. First of all, I don't know what this whole poor defending is talking about. He came from a league where it's not uncommon for people to score 49 in a season.
Who was the last guy to score 49, man? Like, come on.
Second of all, when the other players.
Wait, so sorry, Mane. Wait, so sorry, Mane. Very briefly, wait. Mohammed, can you please pull up some score lines from
I don't want to, man. I don't want to.
Like, Mohammed, you are my research man. You are a research man. Pull up some score lines. Mane, back to you. Mane.
And secondly, when the other players in that league, in La Liga, scored that many goals, nobody ever says the opposition, the defenders, they always say they're exceptional players. But now they're changing the tone a little bit. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense.
And for the people that say Cristiano is the best player in the world, he is, but he's good, but. I mean, put Neymar in that Madrid team. See if they're not winning a Champions League, because this guy is too good. He's like, let's look at the
chill. Don't disrespect.
I'll say. Look at the goals PSG scored today. First one was
Neymar's a better footballer, but they're equally effective.
Nearly all of them, he was involved in the goals. I mean, you can't.
Guys, let's be real here. Let's just be real here now. The French league may not be okay. So when I look at the French league, all right, I would not call it an elite league, but I'm not going to call it a rubbish league.
Yeah,
because for you to call it like a rubbish league, I'm sorry, that is false. I would put like my triumvirate has always been La Liga, Premier League, Bundesliga.
In that order.
But my thing is that. No, and also Syria as well. You can slide in a Syria as well. But I'm going to look at the French league. In my view,
not recently.
The French league is not that far off from the Premier League, Bundesliga. It's not that far off. Like La Liga, technically, is highly technical. They don't know how to spell defense in that flipping league. So we've seen the 10-0s and the 9-0s there in 8-0s. But on a technical level, I'll give La Liga everything. But defensively, I'm not sure about that. So, and to compare leagues, it's always very different. But I think, let's be real here. In his first 2 games, Neymar has pretty much been involved in every single goal that these guys have scored. Yeah. The kind of football that he's playing has been absolutely incredible. And the key thing is that he is playing with a freedom. Because I told you, are you telling me that Neymar wouldn't do worse to Elche or Granada?
Yeah, half. Let me stop you there, man. Real Madrid in 1960 beat Elche 11-2.
Hey.
1960. Jesus Christ.
Di Stefano, man.
No. How many? Wait. Rahimski, you should know this. Didn't Real Madrid beat a team like 10-something?
It was
last season. 10-2.
Yeah, it was 10-2.
Okay, guys. Are you honestly saying that Paris Saint-Germain is as good as Real Madrid? Are you?
No.
Hey, Kadim,
you want to argue like that?
No.
Nobody's making that leap now. No. Wait. Wait. Did you hear what I said before?
Comparing
you went in the Hangout. What I said was that Real Madrid have the best team. Nobody is arguing that point. But my whole thing, and what I don't get about people is that why are people hating on Neymar going to PSG, having his own team and balling out? What is the problem?
I'm talking about football only here.
Wait. Let me just hear what Kadim is
talking about quality of football. You know, Toulouse versus Paris Saint-Germain was like a friendly match, like LA Galaxy versus Real Madrid or something like this. You know,
you're missing the point. Because Neymar is so good, he's making it look like a domestic exhibition game.
Yes, that's true.
Guys.
That's so basically, Kadim, Neymar has bamboozled you. Because he's used a Jedi mind trick. Neymar has used a Jedi mind trick on you to make you think that it's an exhibition game.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Did you see Messi's goal against? Did you see Messi's goal against Bilbao? What did you think of that? What did you think? 9 people. They could not stop one man. Tell me, what do you think of that? Is that good football to you?
And Messi is first of all, it's not about I'm hating against Neymar or anything. I just want to see like a certain level of football. That's all I want to say.
Okay, Karim. Okay. Like, if let's go back a few months, Neymar is still a Barcelona player.
Yeah.
If you were advising him, what does he do? Remain at Barcelona? What does he do? Remain at Barcelona or move to which club?
I don't know. He should go to Premier League maybe or.
Oh my!
Why not?
What team? What Premier League club? No one's gonna.
Nobody could afford him.
Then you can still say
Mourinho would have Neymar tracking back.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good for him.
It's not good for him. What team could afford him realistically?
Arsenal.
United.
but wait, okay, see, my whole point is that you say he goes to a Premier League team because obviously Premier League is obviously a higher level of football and a much more elite. Now, honestly, would Man City or Chelsea or United do to Toulouse what PSG did to Toulouse?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I agree with Kadim there.
Of course.
Mohammed, you're telling me either United or City would beat Toulouse?
United ain't beating Toulouse 6.
So Man City would beat Toulouse 6.
I think we would.
Probably they would.
We beat like Bournemouth like 4-0 every year.
That's Bournemouth.
I mean, you talk like it was. If I would be more clinical in the first half, they could have scored already 5 more goals. I mean, it's not.
City don't have a good history against League One teams, though.
Kadim, what you're saying is your issue is not the amount of goals being scored; it's how it looks to you. That's what you're saying. It doesn't look appeasing to your eyes. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice.
It's
not like the kind of football. It's not like high technical, challenging football for Neymar. It's for him. It's like a training. For him, it's like training.
Wait. He's training for the Champions League. This is training for the Champions League.
Kadim, you can't
It's a waste of time to watch.
I don't think you can really criticize one Bayern is training really.
Yeah, but that's
the training ground.
That's a great point. Mohammed, that's a great point.
Every year Bundesliga.
Wait, guys, pardon. Okay, let's just hear. Okay,
you watch the Liverpool versus Bayern Munich match. You honestly want to say that like this match today, even though it was maybe the same difference in goals, I don't know but the level and the intensity of football was a totally different level to this match.
Let me be honest with you. Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen, you could see a humongous gap in quality.
But I'm talking about the football. You saw pressing. You saw.
No. That was pretty much. That was like a training. That was like a training match for Bayern Munich.
No.
The amount of times they attacked and got the ball pressed. Leverkusen had maybe a few chances here and there, but Bayern Munich, they completely dominated them, and it was like chance after chance, attack after attack. And that's how Bayern Munich have been playing. We talked about this.
6 years back to back winning the league. Are you telling me?
Yes, guys, I'm not talking of winning or losing. I'm talking about quality of football. That's all I'm saying.
Football cannot be good when a team wins a league 6 times. The quality can't be good. It can't be good because if a team is so good playing against a team who can hardly even get near their goal, what's the quality? If a match is so one-sided, where's the quality of the football if the match is so one-sided?
Quite a lot of chances in the second half. If you compare it to Toulouse today, I mean, it's worlds apart, man. You want to say that Toulouse is
worlds apart?
Of course.
Come on, bro.
Come on, guys. Please watch the game again. Bayern Munich needed 2 like a corner and like a free kick to score.
And Kadim, if Neymar was on that pitch, Bayern would win by 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's true. And
that's a guaranteed, man. Yeah,
it's not his fault. He's better than everyone else. It's not his fault. I mean,
and to be fair, you can say the same thing about any top star, pretty much. Cristiano, Messi, you can say that it's like a training game most of the time.
No, man.
You can say that.
I'm not talking about individual. I'm not talking about Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo on Neymar scoring 30 Gs within a season. I'm talking. I mean, they need at least to put an effort to score those Gs. But today he was jogging. They were jogging all around the pitch.
It's not his fault.
It wasn't even running.
Why should he? He doesn't have to.
It's not his fault.
He's saving his energy for the Champions League. This is training.
I know. He can. That's not. I mean, that's if you like that kind of football, then it's fine. Then you can also watch like circus or something. Then it's also nice.
Okay,
with 2 balls or something in the streets. It's nice. It's nice.
Wait.
Kadeem.
Kadeem, how do you watch the Bundesliga knowing it's not competitive?
Look, I'm not watching Bayern Munich. Today I watched Eintracht Frankfurt. You know, I'm watching. I need a certain level of football. Sorry.
But why wouldn't you watch Bayern?
I know. I guess some. I don't know. What
you're saying is you just want him to look busy. That's what you're saying. That's
exactly. I mean,
challenged.
No. Let's be fair here. I agree with Kadim in the sense of like, I like my superstars to be challenged. I like them to go up against tough defenders, and that is 100% true. But my thing, Kadim, is that are you calling La Liga a challenging league if you play for Barcelona?
It's challenging to make it into the first 11 of Barcelona or Real Madrid in itself, and then it's like how they play football. It's a really demanding way of playing football, like a high technical.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We're not getting something now. Let me ask you this now: would it be more beneficial for Neymar to be in the Barcelona Messi setup or to be in the PSG setup?
Me personally, because I like to see the game as a team sport. I like players to play together, to be inventive how they play together, like creative passes and all that. For me personally, I think that it's more challenging for Neymar to play in Barcelona against Real Madrid in La Liga than to play for PSG against like second or third level teams like Toulouse. That's my personal opinion. But I mean, if you like to watch like YouTube videos where they do those fancy tricks, you know, like I don't know, Neymar plays against 10 childs running behind a ball or something, then it's totally fine if you like that.
Don't laugh. It's serious. Don't laugh.
No. We all get Kadim's point, but at the end of the day, it goes the same for other leagues too. I mean, it's not just league.
Yeah, most leagues as a whole are uncompetitive.
Thank you, guys. I mean, that is the main thing, and this is why we have to look at this thing overall. I get where Kadim is going from, of like, okay,
exactly.
French league, how was the level? But at the end of the day, Bayern Munich sleepwalk the Bundesliga. There is no competition for them in the Bundesliga. Barcelona and Real Madrid are galaxies apart from everybody else in La Liga.
Premier League dominated by Juventus.
Look, Stoke City beat Arsenal. It's that shows you that
Arsenal is
easy. Don't be rude.
Calm down. Don't put Barcelona, Madrid, and Arsenal in one sentence.
Hashtag Wenger in. Hashtag Wenger in.
Burnley beat Chelsea. So
Burnley beat Chelsea. You can't really just pinpoint on Arsenal.
But Arsenal struggling against mid-table.
Okay, wait, guys. Last few minutes before we end the show. So your pick. I know it's early, but let's just do this now based on how you feel. Your pick for the Champions League. I'm going to go from left to right. So your pick for who will win the Champions League. Mane.
Manchester City.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mane, see, it's that kind of rubbish that I didn't like invite you to the bloody hangout. See, it's that kind of arrant nonsense that you bring here. Okay, look, Jujuman.
I'll go with PSG.
Oh my god.
PSG.
Okay. Kadib.
I go with Real Madrid.
All right. King.
on paper, I say Real Madrid.
They're not winning it.
Mohammed.
Just despite Kadim, I'm gonna say PSG.
Osman.
I'd say yeah, Real Madrid again.
Come on, Osman.
Nah.
Rahimski.
Either Stoke City or Real Madrid.
Okay. No, guys, stop it. No, guys, now look. All I'm saying is that I think that's basically a dark horse, even if they're not really a dark horse, but sort of.
Don't say Juventus.
Don't say United.
Bayern are a dark horse, but guys, all I'm saying is this. I respect Real Madrid; they have the best team. All I'm saying is this: like, there's a guy in France.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey guys, look! Can I finish?
I knew you gonna say. I knew you gonna say.
There's a guy just having fun and
you're not gonna give him a season.
Nice.
He hasn't even unpacked his
luggage. All I'm saying is
give him a season.
PSG should just be, let's just have a conversation. That's all I'm asking. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing more.
Who's their manager again?
King. I think King. That's why I like you. That is why I like you.
Yeah, you're blunt.
Emery is a loser. Emery is a great loser. And that is why I'm not going to fully pick them to win the whole thing, because Emery is a full-on loser. And
when they get next season, they'll win.
Well, guys, what I'm saying is that Real Madrid 100%. That team is ridiculous. It's a stupid team. Like, I know, so Isco and Asensio are just playing.
Man.
Yo, have a quick question for you. Quick question.
Yeah.
Do you think Sanchez is going to PSG this season?
No.
We're not letting him go.
He's going to Man City before the season, before this window.
Actually, let's have. I actually forgot a huge topic, so we'll have an extra 10 minutes on top of this, because I want to get you guys' take on this whole Coutinho saga and where you stand. So again, we're going to go left to right. So the question is this. So 2 questions. Should Coutinho leave Liverpool? That's the first one. And will Coutinho leave Liverpool this season or next season? So, man, your first thought.
Yeah, well, the question should be, why should Liverpool let go of Coutinho? And he shouldn't leave Liverpool. And Liverpool are not going to sell either way. Even if they offer 150, it would be dumb for them to sell one of their best players. That's defeat the purpose of building a squad. You got to keep all your players. Even if he has to play reserves for 3 years, he has to do that. If I were Liverpool.
They don't need money.
Wait, let's look at Jujiman.
I agree with Mane. Coutinho would be stupid to go, because the heydays of Barcelona are done. Every team has a cycle. This is the banter era, and it'll be foolish, because Liverpool gave him everything. I mean, he'll be foolish to leave Liverpool. And on Neymar is getting 50 goals. If he stays fit, 50 plus goals. All
right. All right. Kadim.
Like from a living, Barcelona is nicer than Liverpool. Like if I were Coutinho, I prefer playing living in Barcelona than in Liverpool.
I mean,
guys, come on, it's obvious. That's not even up for the debate.
No, I mean, for Liverpool, if they don't want to sell, then they should not sell. And I'm honestly fed up with Barcelona and their handy ways of trying to attract players.
Yeah.
They're like mafia, man.
Yeah. Okay. King.
Should he go? Probably not. I think it'll be better for his overall career. He'll have a bigger impact at Liverpool than he has at Barcelona.
Yeah.
Will he go? Yes. I'm pretty. Deadline day is coming. Barcelona have money. Money talks in this business.
They actually don't have money, right?
All right. Mohammed.
Yeah. So the question should be: should Barcelona be bidding 120 million for a guy who scores 5 goals, 5 goals and 3 assists a season? That is shocking, man.
World class.
Nah.
Okay, Osman, your thoughts on it. Osman, your thoughts.
Should he go? No way. He'll be a side man at Barca, so he should stay. Liverpool, on the one hand, it's stupid for them to reject 113 million pounds.
Why?
And on the flip side, I don't think Liverpool ever have a record of signing good players with money. So
That's true. That's true.
Very true. Great point. Okay, Rahimski.
Should he go to better his career? I would say no in the short term, yes in the long term. Is he gonna go? No. Liverpool have money. Barcelona don't have money right now. Simple.
All right, and just to end this is that we're living now in a world where
Kadim
is now worth or rated at 120 million. That in itself is disgusting.
We live in a world where guilty
guys, I'm out.
more than
I'll see you next Sunday.